Here we're going to talk about the trim extend tool with ductwork, but I can say that this lesson would apply to ducts and pipes and cable tray and conduit, and to a certain degree, even beams and walls and stuff like that, foundations. So keep your eye on the right and the left here. Notice these guys' first little tip is this regular trim tool. If these are all centered, exactly centered, I can use my trim tool to heal them back together. And notice that if they're the same size, I made it difficult here, it's putting in a reducer. So you can trim those center to center, boom, boom, boom. That's our first little lesson. Hit escape to cancel. Now, I'm going to talk about here. So we can do some extending. I want to extend these into these mains. And notice that some of them are at the same elevation, some of them are a little above, and some of them are a little below. And some of them are tap, and some of them are T-based. So that makes a difference. If this is trying to extend to here, is it trying to form a T when it gets there? Is it trying to form a tap when it gets there? And how much room does it have? This is all about having enough room to get to the part. Now, if it's on the same elevation, it's generally pretty easy. So let's take these two guys here to start with. Because they are centered on here, I can do this from a 3D view. I can just say extend to here, this, and this. Oops, I forgot to pick it. I picked the wrong side. Okay, I'll do it again. Extend to here. Oh, okay, I'm trimming. Undo. Start again. Extend to here, this. Okay, I'll start that all over again. Watch, undo, undo. Because of this tool, watch, extend to here, this, then to here again, this. Okay, now if I try to go here, this, it doesn't work, or these guys. But I can do them from in here. Hit escape, escape, watch. Extend to here, this. And look, it didn't have enough room to get under, and it's tap base, so it did this. Okay, extend to here, this. Well, that one went right underneath because it had enough room, and it's also tap based. Extend to here, this, and this is trying to also get to it. And let's just do a shift middle mouse around. Okay, and this one is also tapping the side, but it's above it. So it didn't have enough room, so it formed the taps. So notice what it does if it has enough room. Okay, now if this is a radius elbow, it might not have enough room, and then this will kind of fail. We have one of those set up over here. So notice the tap in the T and the fact that it has to get the fittings in. Now let's try it again. Extend to here. Doesn't matter where I pick. And if I move along, you'll be able to tell which ones are at the same elevation because they'll highlight. So this is at the same elevation. Look, it's T-based. This one, oh, I got to start my edge again and then pick this guy. It's tap. So pick your edge, pick your element. Now that's as far as I can go because the rest of these are all at a different elevation. So I have to go to my floor plan view. Now watch. Extend, keep your eye out over here while I'm doing it. Okay, extend to, come on, extend to here. Not in the right screen. Here, this. Okay, that had enough room and it went underneath and it's tap based. Okay, extend to here, this. That one failed. I'll have to fix it. Cancel. Okay, extend to here, this. Okay, that's a tap based. Didn't have enough room, so it went in the side. Extend to here, this. That one had enough room, so it went all the way around, you see? So these two are similar. They're both tap based. This did not have enough room to get the fittings in. This had enough room. This can't make it because this one, if I hit escape, cancel on that, this is a T-based system. I'll hover over it because my properties palette is closed. Look, it's T-based. So it doesn't have enough room to get in and under, put the elbow and the T. So it's stymied. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my new cool change type tool, or no, I'm going to switch it by clicking on my properties palette, taking this guy and saying you are a tap based one. Okay, now over here I can say extend to here this, and you see it had enough room to get it in and underneath there because it's tap based. And then this one over here I thought I would do trim, and if I pick this and this, okay, it'll do this because I thought that was cool that it would reduce the size when I trim these two, but also the fact that because these are two different sizes, it didn't have enough room to do a straight 90, so it had to put in 45. So that was a good example of doing a 90-degree trim and reducing and turning all at the same time using the trim tool. And that's not everything there is, because there's some extending, and you can also use this multi-trim and just do them all at once, but I have to limit my time. So trimming and extending, mainly the trim for ducts, and for the most part also with pipes.